Hello everybody, welcome to the Lobby Report. This is the Week 2 wrap-up show. I am your host Brian, and a lot of things happened this week, and we'll break that down. But let's get to the intro.
Recorded live from Studio B in the heart of Independence, Missouri, it's the Lobby Report with Brian Trussell. Now here's your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Trussell.
Well, before we look into Week 3, let's take a step back and let's see what happened in Week 2 as some big games happened within the divisions and a couple of close games, a couple of insane blowouts. But first, I haven't put this out there yet, but this whiteboard is kind of the same as last year. If you want to sponsor something, if you want to put something on the board, as you see, we have a sponsor right there. But if you want that, it's the same deal as last year. We can negotiate prices. You know, $1 gets you on the board. The more money you put in, the bigger it will be. Like this will probably be about close to a $5 board, maybe $4, $3.50. Like I said, it's negotiable, and all the money goes back into the show for new lights, new equipment, and all that good junk. So with that haggling out of the way, let's get into the weekend wrap-up. First game this week pits Doug versus Blaine. Doug inching his way past Blaine, 122 to 119. Doug gets the win off the backs of Hakeem Nicks with the 37, Jimmy Graham with the 20, and an unlikely person, Marshawn Lynch, chimes in with a 20. Blaine outthinks himself again this week. He takes the loss, but not after having a great day by Victor Cruz with the 39, and his other top performer is Tony Romo. But as he's done all year, outthinking himself, benching Michael Vick on his bench, gave him a 32. That's the difference right there. So look for him to outthink himself next week. Our second matchup has Earl versus Adam. Well, Earl takes a huge lead and just does not look back, winning 163 to 99. Earl wins off the backs of Cam Newton and the garbage time points from Dwayne Bowe, 31 and 32 points respectively. Adam with his 99 only manages to get a good number from this quarterback. And then his other top performer is his defense. Come on, man. But if you look at his bench, he has, for one, more points than his starting lineup. And his tight end with a 20 with Tony Gonzalez and Pierre Thomas, 20. I suspect there being a starting lineup next week. Just a hunch. Moving along, we have Eric versus Jim. Jim looking to get into the win column, but can't get there because Eric takes him out 140 to 95. Eric off the back of his third-round draft pick, Trent Richardson, with a 31, and his quarterback that keeps on going, Matt Ryan, with a 27. Jim has a horrible day with the starting lineup, and his bench isn't really great either. Danny Amidala, or however the hell you say his name, gives him a 37. Matthew Stafford with a 17, and everybody else is just meh. Jim takes a loss and goes 0-2. Uh-oh. Next matchup has Paul versus Johnny, where if this was a high school game, they would have had a running clock by the second quarter. Johnny crushes Paul, 183.5 to 119. Paul only manages to make it semi-contest with Tavarius Thomas with 21. Pretty sure I screwed up his name, but I don't care. And Tom Brady with the 23, where Johnny just had everybody hitting. Eli Manning with a 50.5, and CJ, the Chiefs killer Spiller, with a 33. And on a side note, I have to put this in there because the NFL demands it. Tim Tebow on his bench gives him a 2. And probably the game of the week, Brian versus Kevin, where it took some shaky quarterbacking from Brian's team to pull ahead. 125.5 to 118.5. Brian wins with his flex tight end Vernon Davis, 4th round pickup, with the 24. And Deshaun Jackson with the 20. Kevin takes a loss with Drew Brees giving him a 29.5. And Darren Sproles, which should be a receiver, not a running back, hasn't had a carry all year, gives him a 27. And for comparison purposes, Kevin's bench, Andy Dalton, 42.5. The person he probably should have crammed into a starting lineup, Reggie Bush, 39. Moving past the scores and stats of this week, if you look on the board behind me, you have the high score with Johnny with the 183.5, taking a top spot over Eric's last week's high performance of 151.5. The It's Not Good leaderboard, you got Jim taking over that top, or would it be the low spot, with the 95, and Paul from last week with the 98.5. And also, if you can't see it behind me because my ginormous head is in the way, you can see Eli Manning with the 50.5 is our top performer this week. And the players you should have started this week, Michael Vick with the 32 and Reggie Bush, 39. Pretty sure there'll be no lineups next week, but who knows? I'm pretty sure Blaine's going to outthink himself again. Well, that's going to do it for your Week 2 wrap-up show. I'm Brian. Be looking for the Week 3 preview show on Thursday, maybe Friday. Remember to get your lineup set because there's a Thursday game every week until probably Week 15. And if you got any comments, questions, leave them down below. I'll answer anything you guys put up. And on a side note, this league was meant for shit talking, and nobody's doing it on a message board. I know you guys are all scared. I know everybody's busy, but you know what? That's what made this league fun in the beginning, and that's what we need to bring back. Step your game up. I say it every week. Get in the message board. Talk smack to your opponent. Don't get butthurt if somebody calls you out and you lose. You know, get over it. This is fantasy football. Again, my name is Brian, and I'll keep trying. I'll see you next week. Good night.